Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Petroff again, and today is Monday, August 31st, 2020. And I was looking everywhere for Chester. I can't find him, so I'm going to start Writer's Workshop without him today. Hopefully, he'll show up, and maybe you can look around, help me find him. I don't see him, but today our purpose as writing leaders is to identify what a small moment is in a personal narrative. In first grade, boys and girls, we're going to learn about a personal narrative, and that means we're going to write a true story about ourselves. And we are going to focus on a small moment, which is part of a personal narrative. So here's my cookie. It's a big cookie. The big cookie represents a personal narrative. That's going to be your story, a true story about yourself. But the chocolate chips within the cookie represent a small moment. So here you have your personal narrative, and you're going to focus on and write about a small little tiny moment. And when you write that small moment, you're going to add details to your writing. Here is a book called David Goes to School, and this is an example of a personal narrative. David Shannon is the author, and he said that he represents David when he was a boy. And so the things that happened in school are true things that David Shannon did when he was a little boy. This is a personal narrative. This whole book, boys and girls, is a personal narrative. The personal narrative is made up of small moments. Each page, boys and girls, is a small moment. It's a little part of David's day of him at school. So little small moments represent the whole personal narrative. So here is a small moment within the story. Each page is a moment of David's day. Here we go. He's chewing gum. He's not raising his hand. This is a moment, a small moment in David's day. He touches other friends. Keep your hands to yourself. He's not paying attention. Again, this is a small moment in David's personal narrative. He's cutting in front of children in the cafeteria. Another part of David's day is when he was in the cafeteria. It's a small moment. Here he is having a food fight. Here he is staying outside when it is time to go in. Again, this is a small moment of David's day. Recess is just a small moment of David's day at school. Here he is loud in the library. He needs to use the bathroom. That's, again, a small moment during his day. And then there was a consequence. He had to stay after school. More small moments of cleaning. And great news, at the end, he got a star. So here is a small moment that I love to focus on. This is my favorite page in the book. This is a small moment when David and his friend were having a food fight. And it says, "I don't care who started it." I can see the small moment that David Shannon had in the book. Look at this small moment. It's during lunchtime. They were throwing food. Wow, that is something we don't do in school, but it is a small moment in David Shannon's life. So boys and girls, if I were to write what's happening in this story for David Shannon to have a small moment, I would probably write something like David had a food fight. David had a food fight. I started with my capital letter. I have finger spacing like Chester showed us last week, finger spacing between our words again. And I ended with a period at the end. Looks like a dot, but it is a period. And your job, boys and girls, in your cow notebook is to write a sentence to tell me What is happening on this page that is a small moment? What's one